What's up, my beautiful dreamers, and welcome back for another video. I haven't seen and actually talked to you guys in a few weeks now, and I apologize, but I really needed to take a break. I was just in another place, but I didn't forget about you guys. I love you guys, and I hope all is well. I wanted to bring a video because I get emailed often about what are my current hair products and what am I doing right now, and I would love to say that they're different, but that's kind of my segue into what I want to talk about today, and it's, in my opinion, my top 7 tips on length retention. I will be doing a video following this showing you my products that I'm using right now, but this video is dedicated to just length retention. You guys know I big chopped my hair about 2.5, 3 years ago. I'm not even sure anymore. I really don't follow it the way I really should, but I've had pretty good length growth. The problem is that as I was learning to be natural, I've also experienced some breakage, and I've also experienced some of the hardships that come with being a newly natural. So I wanted to jump in because since my breakage time, I've really been finding ways and trying to pay attention to what my hair was trying to say. If you guys remember a video I did a long time ago, your hair talks to you, it tells you what it likes, what it doesn't like, and it responds in that order. So for me, I noticed when my hair was breaking, it was really dry, it didn't like the products I was using, or I was using too many combs, or whatever the case may be. We'll get into that in another video, but I want to share with you what I've been doing to actually gain a lot of length retention. Number one, the first thing I have completely changed about my regimen is that I finger detangle pretty much 90% of the time. So what does that mean? That I will use my product that I'm going to detangle with, and I usually just use my fingers, really making sure the product really gets through my hair and I get as much detangling done as I possibly can with these. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't use a comb or a big tooth comb at all. All it means is that I primarily detangle with my fingers. That's really important, guys. I can't stress it enough. The less you use the comb, the better. If you dedicate more time to using your hands than a comb, you'll definitely reduce your breakage. Number 2, one of my go-to things is also always protective styling. I've been protective styling for a while, and I definitely have seen the benefits of protective styling. Protective styling doesn't necessarily have to be wigs and weaves and all that stuff. It can be an updo like this one, or whatever you may do to your hair to kind of put your hair up and away, making sure your ends are not on your clothes, not rubbing on your clothes, it's not out. More importantly, your hands are not always in your head. That's why I particularly love protective styles, and it's definitely one of my go-to things to do. Number 3, weekly deep conditioners. I live by them. There's so many different deep conditioners and different types of deep conditioners. What's the most important thing is that you deep condition your hair in some form or fashion weekly. I prefer weekly. Some people do it bi-weekly. Some people do it every 2 or 3 days, depending on what your hair thrives for. My hair seems to really respond when I make sure I do it weekly. Sometimes I can even get away with every 2 weeks as long as I'm moisturizing and sealing throughout the weeks. But for me, I pretty much try to deep condition once a week. And it doesn't necessarily always have to be a deep conditioner. I do know that deep conditioning is really important, but for me, I noticed that when I just put on a product and probably add some oils or whatever I'm going to add to it, it's still giving my hair the moisture that it desperately needs. So deep condition your hair once a week, you will definitely see the difference, trust me. Especially during the summertime when this heat is beating on your hair. I mean, like just robbing and sucking the moisture out of your hair. You have to deep condition to put that moisture and all the nutrients back into your hair that your hair loses every day, especially in this heat. Number 4, totally and completely, undeniably eliminate heat. Stop it, no more heat. It's hot. Don't nobody want no heat. Stop the heat. And I know that's hard for some people who love straight hair, or people who have really thick hair, who find like their hair is just unmanageable without applying heat. Even if you can't eliminate it 100%, which I totally recommend, I will say at least reduce the amount of heat that you're using. If you can at least reduce it, that will help in your journey. But pretty much trying to eliminate heat altogether is definitely the key. Moisturize. I moisturize pretty much every other night. I do not feel like my hair right now is in a place to where I need to moisturize every day. However yours may be, especially in the summertime. The sun is, like I said, the sun is literally absorbing the moisture out of your hair. So it's very important to moisturize. Right now, we all may need to up our moisturize, you know, get your spray bottle and water your hair for no reason. You know, just sometimes depending on how your hair is, you might not even need to co-wash. You may just need to get in the shower and just drench your hair with water. That's still moisturizing and applying the moisture that your hair is thirsty for. But I do moisturize, if not every night. I really don't moisturize every night. It's usually every other night when I go to retwist. But if I am restyling my hair, I don't restyle my hair on dry hair. I will apply my moisturizer. So it's either every night or every other night for me. Number 6 is trim less. I don't know where this came from, people feeling like you have to trim for your hair to grow. Okay, let me explain that real quick, and hopefully it can be undeniably and forever done. Okay, that came from if you have a bunch of split ends in your hair. If your hair is extremely broken and you have a lot of split ends, the truth is, as your hair continues to grow, this is going to continue to break off. So the idea is, if you cut the broken part, then your hair can continue to grow. That is so 100% true. However, if you do what you have to do to try to eliminate the split ends as much as possible, you don't need to trim as often. So I want people to kind of get out of your head that you must trim, you must trim. You can dust your ends, and dusting is the same thing as trimming. You're just not taking off as much hair as you would if you was doing a full-blown trim. But me personally, one of my recommendations is to trim less. If you don't trim your hair as much, you will definitely see length retention. And then when you go to trim your hair, you'll still have some length there. So just keep that in mind, especially if you're a person that really, really thrives on seeing your length. Definitely trim less. And the last and most important thing I can share with you, and it's something I live by, I stand by, and I know it's hard because I am a YouTuber and I want to try every product for you guys and give you my impressions and my first impressions and my thoughts and my reviews. But stick to what works, guys. If your hair has a product and it's thriving, if I myself got on here and said that's the worst product in the world, but if your hair liked it, do what you gotta do, boo-boo. Keep using that product because your hair seems to be responding to it. And you'll know if your hair responds to it because your hair will be healthy, it would be moisturized, it will be shiny, it will be bouncy, it will respond, it won't be all tangled and matted and all that stuff. So stick to what works. I am a YouTuber, I try products all the time, but at the end of the day, I come back to my holy grail products, and you will see that in the very next video. I hope this helped, guys. These are my tips that I have been living by even when I was relaxed and now natural, and these steps never let me down, and hopefully they will help you in your journey. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please rate, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys so much. Remember, being a beautiful dreamer is so much more than about being beautiful or having nice hair and nice skin. It's about showing the world just how beautiful you are on the inside, and that's by doing the things you know you need to do to put a smile on someone else's face. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the very next video. Mwah! Bye, guys.
Yeah.